What really happens after we die? It's one of life's greatest mysteries, one that has intrigued humanity for centuries. Some believe in an eternal paradise, others in reincarnation, and many are simply unsure. But here's the truth. No one truly knows. Yet this uncertainty doesn't stop us from searching for answers, does it? Think about it. Death is the one certainty we all share, yet it's cloaked in so much mystery and fear. What if the real question isn't about what comes after, but how our beliefs shape the way we live now? Imagine how different life could feel if we found peace with the unknown. Let's be honest. The fear of death isn't just about dying. It's about the attachments we leave behind, the unfinished stories, the people we love. What if I told you that understanding afterlife beliefs could help ease that fear, bringing comfort not just to us, but to those we leave behind? In this journey, we'll explore profound ideas rooted in spirituality and wisdom from across cultures. Together, we'll uncover how beliefs in reincarnation, heaven, and other afterlife concepts aren't just about death. They're about creating a life of meaning, prosperity, and peace right here, right now. So if you've ever wondered about the afterlife, whether out of curiosity or to soothe a heavy heart, you're in the right place. Stay with me, and let's unravel the mystery of what happens after death. You might just find that the answers lie closer than you think. Everyone deserves happiness. It's a truth we often forget in the whirlwind of life's challenges. Just think about it. No one is born into this world with a label saying they're destined for struggle. Yet, many accept unhappiness as their fate, not realizing that joy is their birthright. Take a moment to reflect on this. Imagine a life where you wake up every day with a sense of purpose, abundance, and fulfillment. Doesn't that sound worth pursuing? People frequently tie happiness to external achievements like wealth or career success, but true joy comes from within. Look at the stories of those who've made it financially, yet still feel empty. Happiness isn't about what you have, it's about how you feel. So ask yourself, are you living in alignment with what brings you genuine joy? If not, start small. Take 5 minutes daily to practice gratitude. Thankfulness is a proven way to nurture happiness. Think of happiness as a garden you're cultivating. Without attention, weeds of doubt and fear take over. Buddha once taught that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This means that claiming your happiness starts with tending to your thoughts. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations like, I am worthy of joy and prosperity. Your mindset is the soil where abundance grows. Challenges and setbacks don't strip away your right to happiness. They're lessons in disguise. Ever notice how resilient people seem happier, even during tough times? They've learned that obstacles can either defeat you or teach you. The next time you face a setback, try reframing it. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what can I learn? Shifting your perspective can transform struggles into stepping stones toward joy. Practical steps make the concept of happiness more tangible. Start by identifying what makes you feel alive. Activities, people, or places that fill you with energy. For instance, if you've always felt peace near water, plan regular visits to a nearby lake or beach. Such intentional actions align you with your natural state of joy and help you reclaim the prosperity of a fulfilling life. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is crucial. Relationships play a massive role in your emotional well-being. Spend time with people who uplift you, not those who drain you. Remember the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Choose wisely. Seek connections that resonate with your values of peace, spirituality, and abundance. Ultimately, happiness is not a privilege for the few, but a state available to all. Yet it requires intention and effort to embrace it fully. Imagine how the world would change if everyone believed in their right to be happy. You too can be a beacon of light, inspiring others by claiming your joy. As you do, you'll naturally open the door to deeper exploration, like understanding how to live authentically and on your terms. Life isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. Everyone walks a unique path, shaped by their dreams, choices, and challenges. The beauty of life lies in its diversity. There's no universal blueprint for happiness. Instead of following someone else's idea of success, ask yourself, what does a joyful and prosperous life look like for me? That question alone can unlock your path to freedom. Living your way doesn't mean disregarding wisdom. It means discerning what truly resonates with your soul. Think of a Buddhist monk meditating under a tree and a business tycoon closing a major deal. Both can experience fulfillment if their actions align with their values. Your way doesn't need to mimic anyone else's. It only needs to feel right to you. Practicality matters when crafting your path. For example, if you love the idea of financial freedom but dislike rigid schedules, consider building a career around your passions or exploring entrepreneurship. Take inspiration from those who've turned hobbies into thriving businesses. The key is designing a lifestyle that complements your unique rhythm, not one that drains your energy. Society often pressures people to fit into predefined molds. Whether it's the expectation to marry, earn a certain income, or follow specific traditions, these external forces can cloud your inner compass. But remember, you have the right to respectfully decline paths that don't serve you. For instance, choosing simplicity over materialism or mindfulness over chaos can bring clarity and peace. Living authentically takes courage, especially when others don't understand your choices. Have you ever noticed how people who stay true to themselves often exude confidence? They aren't seeking approval because they've learned that self-validation is enough. If you're hesitant to break away from societal norms, start small. Try saying no to things that don't spark joy and see how it feels. There's a powerful connection between living authentically and prosperity. When you align your life with your values and passions, opportunities often flow naturally. Buddha's teachings emphasize that being true to oneself opens the door to abundance, not just materially, but emotionally and spiritually. It's about creating wealth in every sense of the word. As you embrace your path, you'll notice something remarkable. Your choices inspire others. By living your way, you give others permission to do the same. And while crafting your unique journey is liberating, it also raises questions about life's greater mysteries, like what happens after this one ends. That curiosity, though, is where the next chapter begins. Death is one of life's greatest mysteries, yet it's something we all face. From ancient spiritual teachings to modern philosophies, people have sought answers to the same question: what happens when we die? This curiosity isn't morbid, it's deeply human. After all, understanding death helps us make sense of life. Whether you see it as an end or a transition, death stirs the imagination like nothing else. Across cultures, the beliefs surrounding death vary widely. Some envision a heavenly paradise, others picture reincarnation, while many accept the unknown with quiet reverence. These ideas aren't random. They're reflections of the human need to find meaning. Think of the Buddha's teachings, which focus not on what happens after death, but on living a virtuous life here and now. What you believe shapes how you face the inevitable. Consider how personal experiences often spark this curiosity. Have you ever lost someone close and found yourself wondering where they've gone? That feeling of both longing and questioning is universal. It's what drives people to seek comfort in spiritual practices, rituals, or simply staring at the stars, imagining the infinite possibilities beyond this life. Children, with their endless curiosity, often ask innocent yet profound questions about death. Their fresh perspective can teach us to approach the topic with openness instead of fear. If a child asked you, "What happens when we die?" how would you respond? This exercise is a powerful way to clarify your own beliefs while offering reassurance to others. It's natural to wonder whether death is the end or just a doorway to something greater. Think of it like a traveler embarking on an unknown journey. Some find solace in imagining loved ones becoming stars, guiding them from above. Others take comfort in the idea of reincarnation, believing that death is simply a pause before life begins anew. Curiosity about death isn't just about fear, it's also about hope. The idea that something exists beyond the physical realm can transform how we view loss. For instance, many people turn to spirituality to ease their grief, finding peace in the notion that the ones they've lost are still out there, watching over them in some form. This curiosity doesn't need to lead to definitive answers. Sometimes, it's enough to explore the possibilities. In doing so, you may discover a deeper appreciation for the life you're living now. And while pondering the afterlife can be comforting, it also raises an important question. How do our beliefs about death shape our present reality? What you believe shapes the world you experience. Think about it. If you believe the universe is a hostile place, you'll notice struggles everywhere. On the other hand, if you see life as abundant and full of opportunities, you're more likely to find doors opening for you. It's not magic, it's mindset. This principle is echoed in both spirituality and science, showing how thoughts influence outcomes. For centuries, spiritual traditions have emphasized the power of belief. Buddha's teachings highlight how the mind creates reality, urging us to cultivate thoughts that lead to peace and prosperity. Imagine waking up each day with the belief that good things are on their way. That simple shift in perspective could make all the difference in how you approach challenges. Practical examples of belief shaping reality abound. Athletes visualize victory before stepping onto the field, and their mental rehearsal often mirrors real-world success. Similarly, entrepreneurs take bold risks because they believe in their ideas. You can apply this to your life by creating a vision board or journaling about the future you want to manifest. Negative beliefs can act like chains, holding you back from living fully. Have you ever told yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be wealthy"? Such thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies. But just as negative beliefs can limit you, positive ones can empower you. Try affirmations like, "I am worthy of abundance," and notice how they begin to reshape your actions and outcomes. Consider the role of collective belief. In many cultures, the idea of reincarnation gives people hope and resilience. This belief isn't about proving what happens after death, it's about the comfort it provides. Whether or not you believe in such concepts, their impact on individuals and communities is undeniable. They remind us that what we hold in our minds influences how we live our lives. Even science backs the idea that belief influences reality. The placebo effect, for instance, demonstrates how the mind can heal the body when convinced of a cure. This fascinating phenomenon shows how powerful belief truly is. So why not harness that same power in your daily life? Start by imagining abundance flowing to you and see how your actions begin to align with that vision. Beliefs act as a lens through which we see the world. They can either limit or liberate us, depending on what we choose to hold true. But remember, beliefs aren't static. They can evolve as we grow. And as you examine your own beliefs, you may begin to wonder, how do these ideas provide comfort in times of loss and help us cope with life's uncertainties? Belief is a sanctuary during life's storms. When faced with loss, uncertainty, or fear, many people turn to their faith or personal convictions for solace. It's not about proving whether these beliefs are objectively true, it's about the peace they bring. For instance, the idea that loved ones are in a better place can soften the sting of grief and help us find meaning in pain. Imagine losing someone dear and feeling overwhelmed by sadness. Then, a belief steps in, like a gentle hand on your shoulder, whispering that their spirit lives on. This doesn't erase the pain, but it provides a lens through which to process it. Spirituality often serves as a bridge between loss and hope, reminding us that separation isn't the end. It's simply a shift in connection. Comfort in belief takes many forms. For some, it's the thought of reincarnation and the endless cycle of life. For others, it's picturing loved ones smiling down from a heavenly realm. Even those who believe in the universe's vast interconnectedness find solace in the idea that nothing truly vanishes. It transforms. What beliefs bring you comfort when life feels heavy? A simple ritual like lighting a candle or meditating can reinforce comforting beliefs. For example, some people light candles to honor those who've passed, symbolizing the eternal flame of their memory. This act may seem small, but it carries profound meaning, creating a tangible connection to the intangible. Such practices ground us in times of loss and offer a sense of peace. Science also acknowledges the impact of belief on well-being. Studies show that people who hold strong spiritual or religious convictions often cope better with adversity. Why? Because belief provides a framework for understanding the incomprehensible. It's like having a map in uncharted territory. It may not answer every question, but it guides you forward. Even those who identify as non-spiritual find comfort in belief systems, whether it's faith in humanity's resilience or trust in the cycles of nature. Take a walk through a forest, and you'll see how life and death coexist harmoniously. This quiet assurance that life moves in cycles can soothe even the deepest anxieties. At its core, belief is a tool that helps us navigate life's uncertainties. It doesn't demand perfection or complete understanding. It simply asks us to trust. And as we explore these comforting ideas, a new question emerges. Could the concept of reincarnation, with its promise of renewal, offer us even greater peace in facing the unknown? The idea of reincarnation offers a sense of comfort to many. It's a belief that death isn't the end, but a new beginning, a continuation of the soul's journey. Imagine thinking of life as chapters in a book, where the final page of one story leads to the first page of another. This perspective can ease the fear of mortality and replace it with a sense of curiosity and hope. Many cultures and spiritual traditions embrace reincarnation as a core principle. In Buddhism, for example, life is seen as a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, influenced by karma. This belief encourages people to live virtuously, knowing their actions ripple into future lives. It's a powerful reminder that today's choices shape not only this moment, but the ones to come. Even in non-spiritual contexts, the concept of renewal resonates. Think about the seasons. Trees shed their leaves in autumn, rest in winter, and bloom again in spring. This natural cycle mirrors the idea of reincarnation. It reassures us that endings are not final, they're transitions. By observing nature, we find parallels that make this belief more tangible. Practical applications of this belief can transform how we approach life. For example, someone who believes in reincarnation might focus on cultivating positive habits, knowing they're building a legacy for their next journey. You can adopt this mindset by asking yourself, what seeds am I planting today for a future I may not yet see? Reincarnation also brings comfort when dealing with the loss of loved ones. Instead of viewing their departure as a goodbye, this belief frames it as a see you later. Some imagine their loved ones returning in another form, whether as a child, an animal, or even a stranger who unexpectedly brings joy. This idea softens the sting of separation, replacing sorrow with a sense of connection. For those skeptical of reincarnation, its symbolic meaning still holds value. It teaches us that life is a series of cycles of growth, change, and renewal. Whether or not you believe in a literal rebirth, embracing the idea can inspire you to live with intention, knowing each ending carries the potential for a new beginning. As you reflect on reincarnation, it becomes clear how deeply it shapes not just individual lives, but entire cultures. The belief serves as a compass, guiding decisions, behaviors, and attitudes toward life and death. But even as we explore the idea of returning, another question lingers. What is the deeper purpose behind these beliefs, and how do they help us navigate the emotions surrounding death? The purpose of afterlife concepts isn't necessarily about proving what's true, it's about providing comfort and meaning. These ideas help us process the reality of death, offering a framework to navigate grief and uncertainty. Whether it's reincarnation, heaven, or spiritual unity, these beliefs act as emotional anchors, allowing us to make peace with the unknown. Across time and cultures, afterlife concepts have served as tools to cope with the fear of death. Think of the ancient Egyptians, who built elaborate tombs to prepare for eternity, or Buddhist teachings that frame death as a gateway to rebirth. These practices weren't just rituals, they were expressions of hope and reassurance in the face of life's greatest mystery. On a personal level, afterlife beliefs provide a sense of continuity. The idea that our essence, whether soul, energy, or consciousness, endures beyond the physical realm can transform our perspective on loss. For example, many grieving individuals find solace in imagining their loved ones as stars, still present in the vast expanse of the universe. These concepts also inspire us to live with purpose. If you believe your actions impact your soul's journey or future existence, you're more likely to approach life with mindfulness. Take the Buddhist principle of karma, which suggests that good deeds lead to positive outcomes, even beyond this life. Such beliefs encourage kindness, integrity, and compassion. Even for those who don't hold spiritual beliefs, afterlife concepts can hold symbolic meaning. The idea that we leave behind a legacy through our actions, relationships, and contributions provides a sense of immortality. Think about how stories of kindness or wisdom passed down through generations keep someone's spirit alive. Beyond individual comfort, afterlife concepts also foster connection. They remind us that life is a shared journey and that our experiences of loss and hope are universal. Whether it's a shared prayer, a communal memorial, or a moment of silence, these practices create a sense of unity, showing that no one navigates the mystery of death alone. Ultimately, the purpose of afterlife beliefs isn't to define what happens next, but to give us tools to navigate the present. They help us find peace, resilience, and meaning amidst life's uncertainties. And as we explore these ideas, another truth emerges. Perhaps it's less about what comes after and more about how we use these beliefs to focus on the life we're living right now. The present moment is all we truly have, yet it's so easy to overlook. How often do we get lost in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future? Focusing on the now allows us to fully experience life's richness. Imagine savoring your favorite meal, not while scrolling through your phone, but by being fully present with every bite. That's the power of mindfulness. Spiritual teachings across cultures emphasize the importance of the present. Buddha spoke of living in the now, where life unfolds moment by moment. By grounding yourself in the present, you can find clarity and peace even amidst chaos. Try this. The next time you feel overwhelmed, pause and take 3 slow, deep breaths. You'll be amazed at how grounding it feels. Focusing on the present doesn't mean ignoring the future. It means engaging with it intentionally. Think of a gardener planting seeds. They focus on the task at hand, knowing it will lead to future growth. Likewise, your present actions, whether showing kindness, pursuing a goal, or caring for yourself, lay the foundation for your future prosperity and abundance. Being present also deepens relationships. Imagine listening to a friend with undivided attention, without glancing at your phone or rehearsing your response. That kind of presence not only strengthens connections, but also makes others feel valued. Start small. The next time you have a conversation, commit to truly listening. Notice how it transforms the interaction. It's easy to get caught up in chasing wealth or success, thinking, I'll be happy when. But true prosperity lies in appreciating what you already have. Gratitude is a practice that anchors you in the now. Every morning, list 3 things you're thankful for, whether it's a sunny day, a supportive friend, or a warm cup of coffee. This simple act shifts your focus to abundance. Challenges become more manageable when you stay in the present. Instead of worrying about everything that could go wrong, ask yourself, what can I do right now? This mindset turns problems into actionable steps, reducing stress and building resilience. It's like climbing a mountain. Focus on one step at a time, rather than the entire journey. When you focus on the present, you unlock the joy of living. Life's beauty isn't found in far-off goals, but in everyday moments. The laughter of a child, the warmth of sunlight, or the quiet satisfaction of completing a task. As you embrace the now, you'll notice something remarkable. You're not just living, you're thriving. And with that, let's explore how to say goodbye with grace, ensuring our moments of parting are just as meaningful as our moments of presence. Saying goodbye is one of life's most challenging moments, yet it holds incredible power. A graceful farewell isn't just for those departing, it's also a gift to those left behind. Imagine releasing a bird into the sky, trusting it to find its way. That's the essence of saying goodbye with love and peace, letting go without holding back. Excessive mourning, while natural, can sometimes tether both the living and the departed. Many spiritual traditions teach that clinging to grief might hinder a soul's journey. Instead, they encourage us to offer blessings for the departed, sending them off with love. A simple phrase like, "Go well, and thank you for all you gave," carries profound meaning. Think of how cultures worldwide honor farewells. In Japan, the tradition of leaving offerings at shrines symbolizes gratitude and respect. In Buddhist practices, chanting mantras or prayers helps create a peaceful transition. These rituals remind us that goodbyes, when done with intention, are as much about healing for the living as they are for honoring the departed. Practical steps can help make parting moments more meaningful. For instance, writing a letter to a loved one who has passed allows you to express feelings you may not have shared. If you've lost someone close, try this. Sit in a quiet space and write down your thoughts, memories, or things left unsaid. Reading it aloud can be incredibly cathartic. Farewells are also an opportunity for reflection. They remind us of life's fleeting nature and the importance of cherishing every moment. Think about it. How often do we leave words unsaid or take time with loved ones for granted? Saying goodbye gracefully invites us to live more fully, appreciating the connections we have while they last. Even when the parting is temporary, like a move or a long absence, saying goodbye with grace strengthens bonds. Consider a heartfelt goodbye hug, a note of encouragement, or a simple, sincere "thank you for being in my life." These small gestures leave a lasting impression, reminding both parties of the love they share. As we reflect on farewells, it becomes clear they're not just endings, they're beginnings too. By letting go with grace, we create space for renewal, healing, and new connections. And while goodbyes may be bittersweet, they remind us to value every moment we're given. With that thought, let's circle back to the mysteries of life and death, exploring the profound questions they inspire. As we've explored the mysteries of life, death, and what might come after, one thing is clear. Our beliefs about the afterlife shape the way we live and cope with the inevitable. Whether you believe in reincarnation, heaven, or the eternal return, these concepts aren't just about what happens when we're gone. They offer us tools to find peace, purpose, and prosperity in the present moment. Now, think about it. How would you live differently if you saw each day as an opportunity to plant seeds for your future, not just in this life, but in the next? What would you focus on if you truly believed that death is not an end, but a transition? Take a moment to reflect on how these ideas can transform your perspective on life. Let's start living fully, right now. Embrace the present with gratitude and intention. Honor your loved ones with grace, and remember that the energy we put into the world today shapes the future we're creating, not just for ourselves, but for those who will follow. If you found these ideas thought-provoking, share your thoughts in the comments. How do you view life, death, and what may come after? Let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can continue exploring these profound topics with us. Together, we'll keep growing, learning, and living with purpose.